I know it sounds a little too dramatic, but I feel like this simple free app saved my life. But before I share the app with you and how I use it, let me give you a little bit of a backstory. You see, early this year, I decided that I was going to go create content on other platforms like TikTok and Instagram, short form. At the time, the YouTube channel was going smoothly. Everything was almost on autopilot. I was getting new subscribers even without posting videos and everything. Bad idea. Very terrible idea. For a lot of reasons, I got hooked on my own supply. I started to consume a lot of short form content, TikTok, Instagram. I was losing clients. I was losing sleep. My health was suffering, literally staying up all night, scrolling TikTok and Instagram. I was in big trouble and I knew I needed to kill this addiction before it got out of hand. That's when I found the app Screen Zen. Now, this app, like many others like it, do a very simple thing. All they do is keep you away from social media applications or any app you want to stop using too much. Yeah, in my case, it was social media. So if you look at my phone here, you can see that my social media apps are grayed out, which means I cannot open these apps if I wanted to. So on my socials here, you can see that WhatsApp is blocked, Threads is blocked. I have my WhatsApp business open because anybody who has this number is either going to discuss business or they're very close friends or family members. If I try to click into, say, Instagram, it pops up this message and I can click to wait for 10 seconds to unlock the app and use it for a period of time before it automatically locks again. I'm going to go into Screen Zen, and that's the app. It's a very simple app. There are so many things you can do here, but I'm just going to quickly go over how I use the app. Very simple. I don't have to use all the features. So it has like 5 tabs down here, and as you can see, it's groups, settings, screen time, social, and more. Now on the group tab is where all of the magic happens. You can add as many groups as you want. So this basically means you are grouping different apps that you want to block for different time periods throughout the day, depending on how you want to use your applications. For me, I just want to do the social media, but you can always add as many groups as you want. I have this group called Block Socials Work Hours. So this essentially blocks the 7 social media applications that I have on my phone throughout my work hours. Now, the first setting there is before opening. This is where you select the apps that you want to block. You can see that I have socials there, and I have selected 7 apps. I can add more or remove the ones I've added if I want to. And once you select the apps that you want to block, you click on save, and now you have blocked those apps. Then you go ahead to set the rules for these 7 apps that you blocked. The next one is pause for how long. See how I clicked on Instagram and it paused for, if I had clicked on lock, it will pause for 10 seconds before the app will open. So this is where you set that. Now the next setting is message. So what do you want to show when you click to actually open the app? You can select any of the messages or write one of your own. So when you click to open the app, it will ask you the question you've selected and hold for 10 seconds or the amount of time you've selected before you can actually access the app. And in that time period, if it's something you really don't want to do, you often change your mind, and it helps you stay away from social media and not break your streak. Now, the next option is how many times you want to open the app daily. Again, you can go in and select anything you want here. I've set 5 times. So that's to say I can't open an app more than 5 times in a day. The next setting is how long each session will last. For me, I've selected 5 minutes. So if I open Instagram, I'm only going to be able to use Instagram for 5 minutes before it automatically shuts off. Now, there are other things you can do here, like the scheduling. You can do always active, which is like blocking it throughout the whole day. That is the same thing as uninstalling the app. For me, I've just selected every day of the week. Start time 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., which is usually the period of time that I work every day. So that means I can only use my social media apps after 6 p.m. till 8 a.m. the next morning. In the settings section, you have the app group name. You could block different apps and give them a different group name and on and on. That is the groups tab. And under settings, you can select the appearance here, how you want things to look. You can select other advanced features here. I don't mess around with these too much. If we head over to screen time, this is where you have a little bit of analytics, not a lot here, but it just tells you some information of how you've been using your app. If we go over to blocked apps, you can see more detailed information of the time you've been using each of the apps that you have blocked for each day. Now, if we head over to socials, there's something in beta here, which is social accountability. So this is like doing this whole thing with a group. So you can have a friend be your accountability partner. When you want to open your app, I guess they will get a notification and they can poke you and remind you. So you will have a real friend, a person poking you from wherever they are in the world, telling you they can see that you're trying to break your streak. Maybe you shouldn't do that. This is a nice touch. It's not out yet, but I think this will be a very useful feature when it rolls out. There is block apps with shortcuts. So you can set up shortcuts here and set that up. Again, I don't really care too much for a lot of features. I just want to block my social media apps for a period of time throughout the day. Under the support tab, you can see that you can use this app on iOS and on Android. I'm on iOS right now, but you can also have this app on Android. And everything I've shown you here is not behind any paywalls. It's absolutely free to use on both iOS and Android. But if you click on the tip jar, you can see a message from the developer, Scott. He says, hey, we're trying to keep Screen Zen free, but may need to switch to a paid version to cover cost. Tip now to unlock lifetime free access. So although this app is free, he's hinting that they might turn this thing into a paid app. And I think it's well worth the investment. The 3 tiers of tip that you can do here is very inexpensive, and you can just lock in if you know you're going to be using this app long term and just have lifetime access to the app. I'm going to be doing this because I've been using this app for quite a while now, and it's very simple. There are many other apps that do this, like OneSec and so many others that I've tried before I settled on this one. It's really simple. There's nothing, no steep learning curve or anything. So I'm going to tip and have lifetime access to this app, and I will advise that you do the same as well, because this is a very handy app. Keep in mind, this video is not sponsored. It's an app I just find really useful and I thought to share.